Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Movie Royale. Even if you're only familiar with the big screen version of Hulk, you've seen him do some truly astonishing things. His interactions are always memorable, but we've pulled up some things from Hulk's past that most people have ignored or managed to forget. Here is the top 10 list for you. Number 1. Baseball. While we remember many of his notable feats of strength, sometimes his smaller accomplishments get passed away. For example, does anybody remember the time when the Hulk played baseball? We aren't kidding. This was an actual storyline that played out in the comic books. It's a story called The Unnatural, and it starts with something pretty mundane. We think it's probably best if Hulk sticks with the Avengers instead of pursuing a baseball career. Number 2. Puppies. In the movies, we see him constantly trying to control his temper and thus the control of the Hulk. But in the comic books, we learned there's a quick, easy, and adorable way to turn Hulk back into the Bruce Banner. You might think that you should keep puppies as far away from the Hulk as possible, but apparently you'd be wrong. During Indestructible Hulk Volume 1, after the battle, the brilliant agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. release the puppies instead of smashing them. Hulk is overjoyed by their presence and transforms back into Bruce Banner. Number 3. Cancelled. It might surprise you to know that one of the Avengers was almost not appreciated at one time, and that is the Incredible Hulk. He first appeared in The Incredible Hulk number 1 after being created by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. His first appearance showed him and Bruce Banner in a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde's relationship. He lasted only 6 issues before being cancelled, but thankfully the character began making guest appearances in other series, including the Fantastic Four and the Amazing Spider-Man. Over time, his character evolved and the audiences warmed up to the Incredible Hulk. Number 4. Children. To be fair, Hulk is frequently portrayed as being incompatible with human life, but it might surprise you to know that the Hulk in fact managed to reproduce. He was sent into the space where he ended up on an alien planet. There he met Kiara, one of the shadow people of Sahakar. There was a classic love story involving marriage, death, and their twin sons. The twins are named Scar and Hero Kala. In addition to his sons, Hulk also has a daughter, who is named Lyra in the comics. Number 5. Adamantium. In the Marvel Universe, adamantium has a reputation for being one of the mightiest materials around. Yes, we are talking about the very same adamantium, which gives Wolverine his iconic claws. There was a time when Hulk proved that even the mighty metal adamantium was no match for him. In The Incredible Hulk number 300, he rips off his own statue made of adamantium to beat Thor. Number 6. Ghosts. Bruce grew up cowering at the hands of his abusive father, Brian Banner. Eventually, Bruce ended up taking his father's life. He repressed the memory until that fateful day, when all the gamma radiation caused it to come flooding back. It ends up giving Hulk the power to talk to ghosts and other mystical apparitions. Unfortunately, this included the ghost of his father. Number 7. Circus. As a kid, he might have daydreamed about running away to join the circus. Apparently, Hulk never got that memo, because at one point, he literally ran away to join the circus. When the first Avengers hit movie theaters, audiences were thrilled to see some of our favorite heroes on the big screen. When the Avengers number 1 came out, we got to see the Incredible Hulk run away to join the circus. Number 8. Freddie Prinze Jr. There was a time in which everyone seemed to be a fan of Freddie. While Hollywood wanted him around, Hulk didn't feel the same way. We see Freddie talking about Bruce's ex, Betty Ross, on a date. Needless to say, this earns the ire of the Hulk, who proceeds to go on an all-out rampage. Although he's eventually stopped, he goes on to cause a ton of damage, and most notably of all tries to devour Freddie. Number 9. Deadpool. Deadpool isn't stupid, and he knows what it means to mess with the Hulk. But at one point, he decided he had enough of the Hulk. Step 1 of his plan is to get Hulk good and angry, but the plan goes awry when Deadpool ends up in a daycare filled with frightened children and teachers. Deadpool ends up taking everyone hostage and loading them into a school bus. Ultimately, the Hulk crushes Deadpool's head. Until it explodes. Obviously, this isn't the end of Deadpool, but it was a particularly memorable moment. Number 10. Fruit pies. When you think of Hulk, you generally think of raw, unbridled power, but for some reason the Hostess company decided he would be the perfect mascot to help them sell delicious fruit pies. There were a bunch of these ads, but this one is probably the most memorable. A gang of roller derby disco devils is terrorizing the streets for some reason. Local children can't even leave their houses to go acquire some tasty fruit pie. The Hulk responds appropriately by rolling the gang up into cement and saves the day. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.